DuShun Scarbrough with the Martin Luther King Commission, who's been a good counselor of mine as well. DuShun, could you come up and make a brief comment as to your perspective on this?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Governor. Thank you for your continuous belief in the Arkansas Martin Luther King Commission and support. We've got some difficult days ahead. These are the words that echoed of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. more than 50 years ago. They still ring true today as our world, our nation, are in the midst of a global pandemic and experiencing insurmountable loss of life. This is not only an African American problem, but a human problem. Violence in our society has remained constant. And during Dr. King's time, violence played out on television, black and white TVs, as many of you remember. But in our generation, it plays on social media, often in real time, reaffecting old wounds. It causes us to question our positions as we ponder the state of our country, race relations, and the progress that we've made in the generation of 50 years ago since the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We acknowledge that our nation is hurting right now because of the death of George Floyd. The loss of human life is difficult to deal with in any situation. These painful images, played and looped on every news station throughout the world, will never be erased from our consciousness. We're all concerned and hurt, and we all should be concerned. As a father and a black man, I have to be vulnerable and say that this hurts. It hurts me, and it hurts my community. The Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission has formed several viable partnerships with law enforcement agencies across the state who have served at several events in the past. We have worked hand in hand with these agencies to spark community dialogue and build relationships throughout the state. However, the recent events surrounding the death of George Floyd has damaged the community's confidence in our law enforcement and our justice system. As a result, many of our races, all ages, all backgrounds in cities across the United States have taken it to the streets to express their frustration. This again hurts our community. I understand your pain. I understand your anguish. As an African American male, I too have children. I would be devastated if anything tragically happened to them, but violence is not the answer. During the most turbulent times in American history, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. encouraged citizens to mobilize, to organize, and to effectuate change through peaceful protests in the face of real and present danger. In order to usher in serenity and peace, and for the sake of public safety, we can best honor Dr. King by refraining from any chaos or any violent actions during this time. Violence, again, guys, is a destruction that takes away from the message and the passion of your movement. It provides an avenue for agitators to sabotage your message. Please do not give any place for these people to come in and share your message and destroy that movement through violence. In closing, I leave you with the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Returning hate for hate multiplies hate, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness can drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate can't drive out hate. Only love, I say again, only love can do that. Remember, you have a right to assemble, but please do so peacefully.
The Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission is a division of the Arkansas Department of Education.